YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy. And I'm doing an impromptu YouTube to talk about something that's been in the headlines all day. And let me first say, I hate speaking on relationships that I have no personal knowledge of. Okay. And this is why, before we get into this is the danger of putting things on social media. Both of these participants decided to air their dirty laundry on social media. Now, understand something. If the tabloids get a hold of your love life, and Ace ain't got no problem, ain't got no commentary on it. However, when you decide to put stuff in the public atmosphere yourself, you are now opening it up and making it fair game for people to give their opinions about the things you are putting out yourself in this public atmosphere. So we about to talk about this. I have a problem. I have a problem with what DaBaby is doing. DaBaby is acting like a baby. First of all, for anybody that didn't hear, last night it appears that DaBaby got fed up with his baby mother living with him, with their child. And according to both sources, he invited her to stay with him. And in the middle of the night, he decided that he's sick of them and he wanted them to leave at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Not just her, but her and the child. And for everybody that's about to be like, well, she should have just left. First of all, this is a woman that just had a kid 3 months ago. I want everybody to understand that. This is a woman that just bore a child 3 months ago and decided to make her nest to raise that newborn in the home of the baby's father. The baby is the father. You understand that? So a woman that could be battling postpartum depression, a woman that's going through all kind of hormonal things. I'm a man. I've never been pregnant, but I can imagine that does some things to your body. And I think about it. When is a woman most vulnerable? Besides when she's pregnant and right after she has a baby. And now you have a man who has agreed by allowing this woman to come stay with him to provide safety. And for all the men that's out here saying, well, she could have been acting a fool. She could have did this, that, and the other. You don't know what she did. But what we do know is DaBaby's behavior. We do know that he exhibits narcissistic tendencies. He is manipulative. He went on live video today calling her all sorts of side chicks. You just a side chick. We do know that he's still having unprotected sex with her. We do know that he got her pregnant. We do know all these certain things. We know that he is slightly homophobic. We do know that he has a temper problem. We have seen this. So to make up these things that we do not know yet and say, well, she could have been doing crazy stuff. We know he has an attitude problem. We know he talks sideways. We know everybody that knows of DaBaby knows he's probably really just a corny dude that just got money. He don't get along with people. He's violent. We know this, right? So my point is, this is the same person that y'all about to try to defend. And I want everybody to ask yourself this. How can you sit here and say that, well, he ain't kicking his child out, he just kicking the baby mother out? You think the child is going to stay? You think a mother who is potentially witnessing a man in his egocentric, narcissistic rant is going to say, I'm going to leave at 2:30 in the morning, but I'm going to leave my 3-month-old baby here. No, the plan was for both of them to leave in the middle of the night. And I don't care if you're sending them to a 5-star hotel. You are telling a woman where she's decided to make her nest to breastfeed, to care for on a 24/7 basis of her newborn. If she worked a regular job, she would still be on maternity leave. And you are telling her at 3 in the morning to haul herself and her baby to another place simply because you are too prideful to leave yourself. And this is the one thing I want every man to understand. You can leave. If you want to be a leader, you want to be a real nigga like you rap about. I'm a real nigga like I rap about. I'm a real nigga. Be one and you leave. Because that's what real men do. You don't kick people out of your house. I've been there before. Granted, I was 20. DaBaby, a grown man. And here's the thing. We keep giving DaBaby all these different leeways, right? When he said the homophobic stuff, we like, well, he just got to learn. He need more time. When he was being violent and caught on camera hitting people, well, he just getting used to fame. And now when he's trying to kick out the mother of his child at 2:30 in the morning, calling the cops on him, etc., instead of just leaving himself, we like, well, he just figuring this out. It seems that we give men so many chances to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So many chances to fuck up. A cornucopia of chances. And then still find a way to blame the woman in the end. Because how many of you guys been posting today? Well, she knew what kind of man he was when she had a baby with him. She opened up her legs, so it's sort of her fault. How many of you guys have reasoned to yourself? Well, she took him from another woman, so this is what she gets. I'm going to say this, and I want to say this for everybody, and I want to make this plain. This is my stance. If you're too prideful and toxic to realize that you cannot kick the mother of your child and a baby out of your house, especially after just having sex with the mother of your child at 2:30 in the morning, if you're too prideful to realize that maybe if you have a problem with her and there's some beef brewing that you should leave, you not a grown, responsible man. And if any man on here watching this feed thinks that what he did was a responsible thing to do, then you got some self-reflection to do. Period. There is no way that a reasonable, responsible man will have the child, his 3-month-old child, traveling. She gonna have to get a car seat out, put a car seat, go ride with a chauffeur, all these different things, check into a whole strange hotel, and she's been taking care of her newborn in this space for the last 3 months. Let me tell you something. A responsible man, no matter what the drama would have did, would have left. A responsible man would have said, hey, listen, this is not working out. This arrangement isn't working out for me. All right. But I'm going to go until we figure it out. Right now, my child is comfortable in this environment. You've set up nests in this environment. I'm rich, like he claims to be, like he probably is. I'm rich. I can afford to stay in the Four Seasons downtown, okay? The Ritz-Carlton, the penthouse for a week or two until we get you an apartment. I do want you to be in the same city. I invited you to my city. I invited you to come to Charlotte, okay? I wanted you to raise our child in my company. I know I promised this to you, but it's too much for me to handle. But what I want to do is for us, so we can get along a little bit better, how about I get you your own place here, right? If that's what you want. But right now, us living together isn't really healthy because we were toxic before you had the baby, and now we're continuing to be toxic. This is leadership. That's leadership. But what you don't do is what you did do. Let me tell you why. This man continued to go on Instagram Live telling the world how the mother of his child is just a side chick. Because he feels it's more important to let everyone know how he shouldn't be considerate of her, how he shouldn't have a basic respect for her as the mother of his child, how he shouldn't have a common decency when it comes to transporting or having his child transported at wee hours of the night because she just a side chick. I know y'all coming at me with all this rhetoric and you're acting like I'm a wrong person for what I'm doing, but no, you misunderstood. She not my main girl. She my side chick. So all this behavior I'm exhibiting is okay because she was never really my girl. She just a side chick. So all the concern y'all having, don't have it. Because I shouldn't respect her as the mother of my child. No, she a side chick. That's what I'd rather say. And let me say this. I'm about to respond to some comments. Somebody said, but it's his house. Somebody said, it's his house. And if it's the other way around, this will be an issue. Let me respond to this. ignorance that I just read. First of all, if you think that just because you can do something that you should do it, then maybe you have some growing up to do. If you are one of those people that's saying, well, it's his house, he can tell her and the baby to leave if he wants to. And that's arguable. Because I tell you, somebody stay in your crib 3 months, and if they getting mail there, then you got to evict them. You just can't just kick them out. So before we go forward, I need you to check. Maybe in your state is different, but if somebody been living there 3 months and they get mail there, then you probably just can't kick them out as easily as you think. But if you in your head thinking just because you can and you pay bills there and this is your house, no, you invited that woman to live with you and to care for your newborn baby there. And the one thing you cannot do when a woman is in a vulnerable position with a newborn baby is kick her out at 2:30 in the morning. And I best believe he didn't say it respectfully. You think he came to her like, hey, respectfully, I think maybe it's a great idea if you leave right now. I know it's late, but I'm terribly inconvenienced by you being here. And I just think it's the best idea for us to, if you leave. I know I could leave, but right now I need make up an excuse to stay here. So maybe you should leave. You think he said it like that? You've seen DaBaby talk. You've seen the videos. You've seen how arrogant and egotistical he is. You think in that moment he said it that way? Or do you think he said, y'all need to get the fuck out of my house? I bet it's that way. I bet it was that way. Okay, because you've seen the videos, right? You have. What you know of DaBaby. So you think he said at 2 a.m. in a respectful way that she should leave? No, he didn't. He said you should get the fuck out of my. And this is what I said in my video. Men, you owe a responsibility to her in this situation. A woman with your newborn that you agreed to have stay in your house, there's a certain level of security and safety you have to provide. Last night, he reneged on that safety. If, like I said, his ability to provide that safety was being in jeopardy because he reasoned she was acting a certain way, which if you get the story, they had sex that night. They had sex last night, and apparently he came at her, and he was upset that she had a plan B, that she was going to take a plan B or some shit like that. That's what the story that's out there. So you meaning to tell me that this man is allowed to throw a temper tantrum and kick the mother of his child that he invited to stay with him out whenever he wants to? That's some bitch ass shit. And for y'all to sit up here and defend that bullshit, bruh, that gets on my nerves because there's so many people right now that's going to defend that bullshit. Y'all really defending that? You really going to say, well, it's his house? You really going to sit there and say that? Are you really going to say that? You really going to say that? When kicking her out means you also kicking out your 3-month-old child. Or your 3-month-old. Y'all really gonna die on that hill? Is that the hill y'all want to die on? I'm reading the comments. Is that the hill we dying on right now? I mean, y'all let me know. It's his house. She should have left. You meaning to tell me a new mother? We're not saying a mother with a 2-year-old. A new mother with a 3-month-old baby that's probably all nestled in and they bedtime shit, ain't nothing together, ain't no shoes, no Pampers, no milk, no this, no that. The baby is sleeping, all this different shit. She's in her bed or the bed that you guys are sharing, and you kick her out. You telling me that you think that a mother in that position is supposed to be like, oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna take my baby to a strange place. That's a good idea. You threw a temper tantrum, but that's okay. Let me get my baby right now at 2:30 in the fucking morning and go willy-nilly and try to find a hotel. That's what y'all think she should have did. Huh? Look me in my face. Is that what y'all telling me this woman should have did? That's crazy. And for a man to have the audacity to say that, I want y'all to understand this, and I'm gonna be like this. Yo, this, and you know the crazy part is it's some women, because y'all like DaBaby, y'all listen to the nigga rap. Is women up here trying to defend this man? Like, real talk. Y'all trying to defend this. The man wanted her to move to where he was. They live there. If you first of all, men, you invite a woman to live with you, she now lives there. I'm gonna say this. It's some bitch ass shit for you to invite a woman to live with you, knowing she not staying the night. She lives there across the country from where her family is. She lives with you, and you throw a temper tantrum and want to throw her out. That's some bitch ass shit. And I'm gonna say it one more time. That's some bitch ass shit. That's some bitch ass shit. It is. It's some bitch ass shit. And like I said, I'm not sitting up here saying that we don't make mistakes. I've kicked somebody out before when I was 20, and it was still some bitch ass shit then. But in my mind, I can't fathom doing that. And that person had my child. And I said, y'all both gotta leave. Where they do that, that's bitch ass shit. This nigga is grown. Y'all acting like he's 19. This is not no 19-year-old man. How old is DaBaby? Somebody tell me, how old is this man? Let me see. DaBaby. This nigga met her. How old is this dude? This nigga is he's 30, y'all. He 30. He 30. And y'all gonna and y'all sitting here in it 30. And he called the cops on her. He called the cops because he thought the cops was going to make hold on. He called the cops because he thought that the cops was going to escort a mother and her 3-month-old baby that you guys share out of your penthouse. That's what he thought. That's why he called the cops, because he wanted them to escort a new mother and her 3-month-old baby out on the streets at night. That's some crazy shit, ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it? Let me tell y'all this. And I think I'm going to just end it on this. I'm going to end it on this note. People ask all the time, how do people fall for narcissistic, toxic people? How do people fall for abusive, manipulative people? And I'm going to tell you how. This whole morning, I've been seeing people talk about how DaBaby is a walk-in red flag, that she should have known from the beginning that this is the type of man she's having a baby by. She should have known that from the beginning. Here's the thing about these narcissistic, toxic people that people don't want to tell you about. Those type of people, you see how they treat other people. It's not like she didn't see how DaBaby treated other people. She probably saw that. She saw the disrespect. She saw the toxicity, the toxic masculinity. She probably saw the homophobia that he exhibited. She saw all that. But he was that way towards everyone else. In the beginning, he was not that way towards her. And that's how narcissistic people get you. Because not only do you see how horribly they treat other people, but it's in stark contrast to how they treat you. So now those gestures that they do towards you, those kind gestures, those sensitive gestures, get more weight added to it, because you feel that A man will change for the right woman. So if he's not acting and behaving his way towards you, and you know this is the type of man he is, he must really like you. If he could disrespect his first baby mom and this and his mother and this and this and this and this and this and this, but to you he treats you like a queen. To you he brings you flowers. To you he says kind words. To you he lets you post him on social media. Then now you are saying, oh shoot, he must really like me. So for you all to be like, well, she's seen the red flags, you don't understand how narcissistic people operate. If you see the red flags, good. You see the red flags towards other people. Now that gives me a leg up when I'm nice to you. Because now I done set the bar for myself so low that all I got to do is be sort of kind to you. And you like, oh my God, he's being different for me. And that makes that person feel special. If that man had treated every person in his life respectfully, kindly, then the way he treated her in the beginning wouldn't have got as much credence. But the fact that he was this way, but nice to her in the beginning, is it's called love bombing. So for all y'all up here making all these, saying, well, she knew what type of person, how many of you guys have been in relationships where in the beginning, this person showed you a completely different person than who they are now? Showed you a completely different person than who they are now. How many? How many of y'all? I imagine a lot of you all. And it wasn't until your heart got involved that those behaviors that you saw him exhibiting to other people, now he's starting to do to you. This is the pattern of narcissistic, toxic people. It's the pattern. And by that time, this woman is probably pregnant. By that time, her heart is involved. And it's hard. We always blame the manipulated, and we let the manipulator off the hook because we reason she should have known. She should have seen this. This was obvious. It ain't. It ain't. Then here's the thing. Then let me tell you, some of the most successful people are horrible people. One more time. Some of the most successful people are horrible people. It takes a certain level of selfishness sometimes to be so successful. It takes a certain level of egocentricness to be this successful. It takes a certain level of narcissism to be this successful sometimes. And it takes a lot of shit. You being a rapper, if you're a rapper, shit, it take a certain level of misogyny to be this successful. You think DaBaby would be as successful as he is in rapping if he wasn't misogynistic? And you guys be like, well, that's just him rapping. No, this is how he treats people. He's misogynistic. It takes a certain level of violence to be popular as a rapper. And y'all think this is for play? No, he's just a violent person. Everyone knows it. You've seen the video of him hitting security guards. You've seen this. You've seen this. So my point I'm trying to say to everybody is this. A woman or man can see all those things, but prioritize how that person treats them specifically. That man shits on everybody else in the world, but he gives flowers to you. You don't think that makes you feel like you're special? If you met a man like that, he's a rebel, he's a bad boy, he's successful because of it, he's misogynistic, but he treats you like a queen. You don't think that would make you feel a little bit special? So for all y'all trying to sit up here and act like she should have known, that's because you ain't been through that before. But I bet it's most of y'all, when I'm talking about this, you thought of somebody. In your head, you thought about somebody. Somebody came to your mind because you know you've been love bombed like that before. I'm gonna read y'all this definition. Um, love bomb meaning. So love bomb refers to the form of emotional manipulation in which a person, often a narcissist, bombs you with an over the top amount of affection, flattery, gifts, and praise early in a relationship in order to win over your affection for the purpose of being able to control you. Love bombing. Who can love bomb better than a person with a lot of money? With a person with a lot of status? This person can buy you flashy gifts. This person can put you on a jet and we can go to a beach. This person can show you affection on a level most people can't because they got the tools to their disposal. They can get a 5-star restaurant and a 5-star hotel. They can buy 20, 30 bouquet of roses and send it to your job. This person can mention you in a song that goes #1 and you feel special. So I want everybody before you start. And then here's the thing. Of course, somebody go act crazy. You ever been gaslighted before? I want you, have you ever been gaslit before? You know what I'm saying? And then we fault in this situation a woman for doing some quote unquote crazy shit. But that gaslighting to make you do some crazy shit. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and say people make you do anything, but y'all know somebody can do some disrespectful, lying, manipulative shit and then try to talk you into making it seem like it's your fault and accepting that, and that make you do some crazy shit in return. People can mess with your well-being, especially when you have a newborn child and you already fighting what could be signs of postpartum depression, and now you got somebody sleeping with other people, then coming to you, then telling you you ain't nothing but a side chick, and telling you how you need them, and this and that and this and that and this and that. And of course, you think somebody should be strong enough to withstand that? And not get out of character? Is that what y'all really think? So it's the gaslit person's fault for reacting. This narcissist is allowed to manipulate, lie, distort your perception of reality, but let you act out in reaction to that, then now you're the problem. And that's the goal of the narcissist, to get you to do one thing out of character so that they can take all the things they did, sweep it off the rug, and focus on the one thing they influenced you to do out of character. The shit is surgical. Yo, how surgical they can be with the tactics, bruh. It's surgical. It's precise. How many times have you caught a man in a lie or a woman in a lie? Someone that has those narcissistic tendencies in a lie. How many times have you caught them trying to manipulate you? How many times have you caught them red-handed? But it made you act in a way that's out your character. So now they immediately switched the attention off of what they did, deflected, and now they're going to argue about what the fuck you did. And how what you did is the real problem. Look you right in the motherfucking face too. Look at me. They look you right in the motherfucking face too. Lie right to you. Right in your face. You know they lying too. Sky ain't blue. See, that's why I don't want to be with you. You always trying to lie. Sky ain't blue. Why you need it to be blue? Who you fucking? Who you fucking in the sky then? If you want the sky to be blue, who you? It's that. It's surgical. It is bold-faced lying so passionately. You start to be like, well, maybe the sky ain't blue. I'm sorry. I never accused the sky of being blue. I didn't know that's how it happens, yo. And when someone's been subjected to that over the course of years, it fucks with them. It fucks with them. I can see right through DaBaby in his posting and his gaslighting. That dude be trying to gaslight us. When he said that homophobic stuff at Rolling Loud, he then tried to gaslight us for 5 days. Like, I think he think we the women he fucking with. Listen, DaBaby, you ain't giving nobody else dick but those women. So that's maybe why they believe in you. But everybody else with common sense, when you posting these videos and you trying to manipulate us the way you probably manipulate people in your camp, it don't work. It don't work. My suggestion to DaBaby is for you to stay off the motherfucking internet with your problems. You know why? Because you're not a smooth talker. You not. You make shit worse on yourself. You make it worse. I can see if you was good with your words. You know, as much like you're not good. You horrible. Like, you need a publicist. They need to tell you not to do what you're doing. And here's the thing about narcissistic people. They can't help themselves. They can't help it, yo. He can't help but to think that he can manipulate public perception of this. Again, that's why he wanted to call her a side chick, because calling her a side chick makes you guys be like, well, I mean, it ain't like it's his real girl or whatever. It's just a side chick. That I'll tell you, that's how the narcissistic. Listen, this is how bad narcissistic people are. They know being quiet will go farther for them, but no, they are so narcissistic that they need to change how you view the situation, so much more so that they're going to talk themselves into a deeper hole. He want everybody to love him, so he got to prove to everybody that what he did, trying to kick out the mother of his child and his 3-month-old child in the wee hours of the night, was a good decision. So he needs to go on the internet all fucking day convincing us that what he did was right. So, whoo-wee. Let me say this. I'm gonna end it by saying this, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. For all the men out there, I know that you guys feel like, for whatever reason, that women get the upper hand in life. There's a lot of guys that feel like that there's things that unfairly slanted towards women, that if men did would be unfair and unthinkable, and what if this and what if all this stuff, right? And listen, I'm not trying to foil on your plight or the plight you want to have. I'm just saying this is not the example to try to use to defend this nigga just because he a nigga. It's a wrong example. You know what I'm saying? Don't use this situation and be like, DaBaby, he right for what he, because she, you know, these women be, this the wrong situation to do all that with. This is the wrong situation, boy. I know. This is the one you want to sit out. All my red pill guys, this is the one you want to sit out. I know y'all about to be like, but what if she was, you know, he had to protect himself from a woman with a 3-month-old baby. I mean, 3-month-old. He really had to protect himself, so much so that he had to kick her out and call the cops on her, because that's how much he wanted. This thug nigga, right? Big ass thug nigga. He fight everybody. He got guns. He ain't scared of nobody. Apparently, last night, A new mother with an infant child scared him so much that he had to kick her out because he couldn't handle that. Now, he can fight everybody else, but nah, this one, you know, I don't want to get in trouble. I got to document this so people don't get things misconstrued. Nigga, you trying to manipulate. You knew what you did was fucked up, and you knew she was probably going to beat you to it and say it first. So what you want to do? You want to control the narrative, so you took out your phone and started recording first so that you can control the narrative. And now you still trying to control the narrative. So for all my men, just leave. Just leave. All right? Just leave. All right? Just leave. You know what I'm saying? Just leave. Just leave. And let me just give you just some super masculine advice. There is no situation in the world where people will understand. Even if you feel like you are 100% in the right, even if you paid every bill there, even if you 100% owned it, this house is in your name, even if she is a side chick that you decided to move in only because she has your child, even if she was acting a certain type of way, no one will side with you if at 2:30 in the morning you are attempting to kick out the mother of your child and an infant baby. There is no way for you to justify that. You have to be responsible as a man to say, it is always better for you just to leave. You. Even if it's your house and you pay the bills, you leave. You leave. If someone has been staying an extended period of time with you because you invited them to stay, and there's some risk, you leave. Period. And I'm saying that from experience. I'm saying it from experience. I'm not up here saying to you something I just hypotheticalize. It's always better for you to leave. When you attempt to kick people out, make people leave, pick them up, take them outside your apartment, do this and do that, you're the bad guy. You will be the bad guy. And it took me until I was 32 to realize that, yes, in that situation, you are the bad guy. You will. You will. You will. Where is that woman gonna go? With her child at 2:30 in the morning. Even if you putting her in a hotel, I done stayed in enough hotels to know that ain't home. You don't want a newborn baby in a hotel room. You got to make sure everything is okay. Do the hotel room got a microwave? How am I gonna get the crib in there? How am I gonna get the baby seat in there? The hopper seat and whatever the fuck, the rocker. Is it a washing machine inside this hotel room? What if I gotta wash some shirts and the baby throw up or spit up? And we're gonna have enough baby food to how long am I gonna be there? There will never be a time where you can justify that. And thinking you can just proves to me how shit of a man you are. You got too much pride to leave. So you'd rather kick a woman that's taking care of your 3-month-old baby out. And not to mention, he ain't never showed his baby on social media. But an hour ago, now he want to post a Insta story with him holding his baby, talking about how good of a father he is. You're using those images to try to continue to try to manipulate us. If your reasoning is, I don't want to leave her alone in my penthouse because she gonna break some shit, you're rich. You shouldn't even worry about that. But even if you wanted to go a step further, then have your assistant, have your brother, have the people, one person in your crew stay the night. Oh, a woman and a man stay the night to make sure that she doesn't physically do anything to anything at that crib, and you leave and you remove yourself. That's what grown men do. All the men out here understand something. Nothing good comes from kicking out your woman or a woman that's living with you, the mother of your child, whatever. Nothing good comes from that. You may, in your mind, reason you have the right to do so. But nothing good comes from that. If you got too much pride to get up and leave and stay the night somewhere else, then you got a problem. You got a problem. All right. So I love you guys, man. And I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about it. But ladies, that nigga don't represent all us niggas. I know it got to be a lot of niggas that be like, bro, that was fucked up. So I don't listen. I don't know what's on the internet right now. I don't know. It might be a couple men trying to defend that man, but best believe most of us, like, that don't represent us. We want no parts of that. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool. That's I couldn't imagine. All right. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.